Om Amma. How Gita helps us in daily life. Today's topic, how to develop the attitude of non-attachment. A few tips. Short clip number 7 by Chandrasekhar Jayanti. You can reach me at Om Sanatana Dharma 999 at gmail.com, dear friends. Friends, today we will discuss about 64th sloka of the second chapter. The sloka goes like this. Ragadvesha viviaiktaistu vishayan indriyaischaran atmavasher vidheyatma prasadam adhigacchati. That is what Lord Krishna is trying to tell us. The meaning of it is, even if a person moves in the midst of worldly attractions, if he has mastered self-control and renounced likes and dislikes, he obtains the tranquility of mind. Lord Krishna says this. As discussed in the previous episode, both likes and dislikes are attachments, obsessions, and impressions, dear friends. Friends, let us analyze this sloka. Krishna is saying to obtain the tranquility of mind while moving in the midst of worldly temptations, we require two things. One is we have to drop our likes and dislikes. Second, we should have mastery over ourselves. That is, we should master the self-control. Friends, in this episode, we will discuss the ways and means of dropping likes and dislikes or attachments, dear friends. Friends, likes and dislikes become the impressions within us, and they become our individuality. This individuality, it becomes rigid, it becomes our ego. Friends, unless until we dismantle the identification with these things or likes and dislikes, we cannot dissolve our ego. So for that, we have to develop the flexibility and acceptance mindset, dear friends. By developing the flexibility and acceptance mindset, we can dissolve the individuality and we can become universal. And this is what is called as spirituality. I repeat, by dissolving individuality and becoming universal in our perspective, we can become spiritual in our attitude. But dear friends, it is a gradual and slow process. Friends, let us understand the techniques of non-attachment. Krishna discusses in 5th chapter, 10th sloka like this. Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangham tyaktva karoti yaha lipyate na sapapena padmapatra mimambasa. That's what Krishna beautifully explains. The meaning of it is that he is asking us to become like a lotus leaf which cannot be wet by the water. So let us analyze the meaning of this sloka. He says, Brahmanyadhaya karmani, connect to the divine and act without attachment. Then you will learn to be like a lotus leaf in the water. Then the worldly impurities will not touch you, dear friends. That is what Lord Krishna is telling us. Friends, how to connect to the divine, Krishna gives beautiful steps in 12th chapter. We will discuss them in our future episodes. So connect to the divine, then you will understand how to live like a lotus leaf in the water, then worldly impurities will not touch you. So the techniques of connecting the divine is discussed by Krishna in 12th chapter, and we'll be discussing that. In technique 2, Swami Vivekananda says beautifully, we must inform our minds that no one is in the universe depends upon us. Not one beggar depends on our charity. All are helped on by the nature and will be so helped even though millions of us are not here. Dear friends, we should understand, we should inform our minds that without us, the whole world will move on. We are nothing, we are insignificant in the big picture of the universe. Dear friends, let us understand this picture. Friends, you can see the proportions of Sun, Earth, Jupiter here. When Sun is that big, the Earth is that small, the Saturn is that small, and Jupiter is that small when compared to the physical size of the Sun. So in this big picture, on the Earth, where are we and what are our attachments? We are nothing and insignificant. If Earth is like this to the Sun, and compare the Sun in the galaxy or in the cosmos, what is Sun and what is Earth and what are we? We are insignificant. We are not even the speck in this big picture, dear friends. In this big picture, where are we and our so-called great works? No, we are nothing and nothing remains. We come empty-handed and go empty-handed in this life. So this is the technique. We should inform the minds that no one depends upon us in the universe and we are insignificant in the cosmos. Technique 3, role play or drama play. Swami Vivekananda gives a beautiful technique here. Be free and then have number of personalities or roles you like. Then we will play like an actor who comes upon the stage and plays the part of the beggar. Contrast him with the actual beggar walking in the streets. Friends, this is Charlie Chaplin playing a role of the beggar. And here, the real life beggar. Friends, what is the difference between the two? One sees the role as not real. For other, the role is real. So, Swami Vivekananda is suggesting us. One is free, another is bound. The actor knows his beggary is not true, but has assumed it for play. While the real beggar thinks that he has to bear it, the misery, whether he wills it or not. This is the law. So, if we have a role, we can play the role of father, we can play the role of son, we can play the role of grandfather, we can play the role of employer, we can play the role of employee. If you think this is life is a big drama, then our roles are also not real. It is for some time we play the role and we change our roles. So then we will not get stuck. Then we will not get attached to any role. This is what the Swami Vivekananda is suggesting us, dear friends. Technique 4, watch your thoughts. Swami Vivekananda says, hold the idea that I am not the mind. I see, I am watching my mind act. Watch your thoughts. Feel your emotions. And each day, the identification of yourself with the thought and emotion or feelings will grow less and less. This is what Swami Vivekananda is saying as a technique 4. So this also we'll discuss in our future episodes, dear friends. Technique 5, don't carry the burden, but drop them and be free. Swami Vivekananda says, work, but let not the action or thought produce a deep impression on the mind. Friends, see here, poor donkey carries the burden forever. But ever-free butterfly never gets stuck with its work. It enjoys the work, or it enjoys it sucking the honey from various flowers, but never stuck. It is free. It symbolizes freedom. It symbolizes happiness. So don't carry the burden, drop them and be free. Dear friends, let us these are some of the techniques. As we go across over the episodes, we can also learn some more of them. Please support us in 2 ways. One is by subscribing to our channel, by clicking the subscribe button in the YouTube. And second, please forward this link. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Om shanti shanti shantihi. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.